gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is I, the diligent, vigilant, meticulous, sagacious, conscientious, analytical, methodical individual, the Chiseled Adonis, and we are back in Hold My Nugget Studios once again, where the San Antonio Spurs are facing elimination. Their backs are up against the wall, hosting the reigning, defending, undisputed NBA final champion, Oklahoma City Thunder, looking to return to the NBA Finals, the first team to go back-to-back to the finals since the Golden State Warriors did it 5 consecutive years from 2015 to 2019. Who will come out on top in your 2026 NBA Game 6 Western Conference Final live game?
Congratulations!
I like commentary. Let's get it. Let's get it. Who's coming out on top? Let it be known in the chat right now who you guys got winning, Spurs or Oklahoma City Thunder. What's going on? First time chatters, Jordy in the building. Jordy Shorty. What's happening? Jay Sleazy in the house. What's good? Data Triplets in the house. How's it going? 6-2 lead early for San Antonio. Let's go down the list. Say hello to the people. Nelson, Icy, Don the King, Dice by Vice, Pro Slinky, Chandler, Timothy, Yasir, wide open 3 there for Chet Holmgren. That's a brick. TJRC in the house. What's going on? Money B, J Money, Jeff, Captain Sparta. What's going on? J Dub Black Attack, Money B, Grant. How's it going? Wimbenyama. Bang, 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 bang. 3 connects. 9-2 lead. San Antonio up early. What's going on? Kmart, what's happening? San Antonio early. Baskets to get this game started. Wimbenyama pulled up dressed like he was training with the Monks this past summer, decided to take the floor and drop in bucket after bucket after bucket, and San Antonio takes a 9-2 lead early.
Yes, you're 259.
Oh, we're going to have ourselves a
following
basketball game tonight. But guess what? I don't give a damn how well they start, because we've seen them absolutely crumble in Game 3. It's not how you start. It's how you finish. But thus far, Wimbenyama, 2 threes. You also got the bucket that came from Champagne. You got 3 threes for the Spurs, 100% from the floor. All 3 shots, all 3 makes. Elux Boss in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Wimby isn't human. That man is an abnormal titan. I want to see Wimby sprint, not just up and down the court, because you've got 94 feet. I want to see him sprint. Maybe a 100-yard dash. I promise you, in the midst of the sprint, he's going to resort or reset back to default settings, and you're going to see him moving like he's moving like an abnormal titan. I'm telling you right now, that man is definitely one of the individuals who penetrated Wall Rose. That man is not a human being, or I should say he is a human being that just so happened to have drank the spinal fluid of, Reese, if you will. That man is a titan. You can't convince me otherwise. It's not the Oklahoma City Thunder taking on San Antonio. Oh no, it's Oklahoma City with the attack on Wimby. That's what's going down. Somebody go get the ODM gear, try to see if you could grab the blade of Captain Levi. This is what you need right now. If you want to be able to go out there and defeat Wimbenyama, you need the blade of Captain Levi. There will be no victory in Game 6 unless you can bestow the blade of Captain Levi along the neck, the nape of Wimbenyama. There will be no defeat of the San Antonio Spurs on the road in Game 6 to advance to the second consecutive NBA Final unless you equip the blade of Captain Levi. If you do not strike Wimbenyama along the nape with this here blade, there will be no victory for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they'll find themselves going back home, not to prep for Game 1, but to challenge in Game 7 for an opportunity to take down San Antonio. You need the blade of Captain Levi to defeat Wimbenyama, because it's Attack on Wimby live in San Antonio for Game 6. Now said, is this blade sharp? Sharp like a motherfucker. I'll tell you that right now. I would tell you, take a moment because they do have those that look like the dull ones. Well, but this sharp than a motherfucker. This sharp than a motherfucker. Tell somebody to come and pull up to my crib right now. I'll tell you right now, I will poke your liver out and then feed it to you. Oh, wow! And eat. I'm telling you right, that's not what you want. All right, this sharp than a motherfucker. I got a couple of dull blades, but the bulk share of them are sharp. The master sword is dull. The blade next to the Clutch Championship and the Winged Eagle, that is also dull. Everything else, sharp. Blade of Levi, sharp. This anime sword, sharp. Zoro Shui, sharp. All of them motherfuckers are sharp. Let me put this back before I hurt myself. Fucking cut my leg off. Live on stream, that'd be a bad situation. The blade of Captain Levi back. Is that another bucket for San Antonio? Yes, it is. 11-5 lead. Tricky Trade for 5-1 said, are you cooked? 2 bets today. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander assists higher than 8.5. Oh, you're 110% cooked. You're 110% cooked. Isaiah Hartenstein, 11.5 rebounds / assist higher. I think Hartenstein's going to have a tough game. I think he's going to have a tough game, so I think you're cooked still there. Alex Caruso, 9.5 points. I think the higher is good there. Vassell, 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going to need to perform if they're going to win this game. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes on the higher, but I could be wrong. De'Aaron Fox, 15.5 points, lower. Oh, no, I think he's actually going to have a decent game. Actually, you know what? No, I'll take that back. I can't make that guarantee. We'll see how things mess around and play out. But 15.5 points lower, you might be right. Champagne, it's a brick from 3. And Stephon Castle, points, rebounds, assists over 29.5. That's a variable. But your first 2, I don't like it. The first 2, I don't like it. Ricky said, why, bro, collecting deadly swords like Pokemon? Oh, because I have a homicidal fetish. From time to time, I'll go outside and do acts of vigilance. I cannot confirm nor deny said sentiments. Here we go. 8:39 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Here comes De'Aaron Fox. He's wide open off the glass. It's a brick. Gets his own rebound. Kick over to Champagne. He doesn't take the 3. He's instead going to kick it out to Wimbenyama. Wimbenyama one-on-one with Isaiah Hartenstein. Showcase the drop step. Instead, it's a skip pass to the corner. He traveled. Champagne traveled, and the jumper was a brick. Black Attack said, we got you on a Bankai release from from Bleach. Oh, word? Shit, say less. Willpower said, how long did it take me to collect these swords? Started buying them maybe in 2022. But I wasn't really that much of a collector. I don't think I'm going to buy another one. Because truly, I like things for function, not just aesthetic to a degree. Now, that sounds crazy, given that there's fucking, WWE titles that are hanging. But best believe, when the time comes and there are offsprings, or if there's anybody of my friends who happen to bring their children over to my crib and we happen to get into a wrestling match, the titles will go into use and somebody is catching it across the face. Everything's going to go into function. As for the swords, maybe I'll substitute, utilizing the machete while doing yard work, and I'll utilize one of the swords because I don't want just things around for just for aesthetic purposes alone. But hey, you do what you can. You do what you can with what you got. Nonetheless, Game 6 here. Actually, as much as I would enjoy a Game 7, just so I'd get an opportunity to stream and everything, bro, I got a fucking wine event on Saturday, and if the Spurs go out there and force 7, I'm pretty much gonna have to be there for like 30 minutes and then I have to leave. That's a fucking bummer. But hey, man, Game 7, I guess I'll make my money back. Jumper from SGA gets it to fall. It's a 4-point game. I kind of wish that they would have had, Wimby tries a 3, it's a brick. I kind of wish they would have Game 7 on Sunday rather than Saturday, but I kind of understand why it's there, because if they're doing it every other day, why would you now give them a two game break? Oh my God, good pass back, Wimby. Oh, he lost the ball, but Castle, he's gonna get fouled. That was a very wild sequence right there. Very wild sequence right there. Slifer said you have a wine event Saturday too. Oh, do you? Where you at? Where you at? You in Brooklyn? We might be going to the same shit. Am I streaming Clash? Yes, I am. That's why high key I would have preferred if Game 7 was on Sunday, because we could stream Clash. We gone for a couple of hours and then we right back Game 7. Yeah, Wimby tried a 3. It wasn't any good, but that's neither here nor there. You got a 5-point lead. First free throw is good. J Money Jeff said, how's the family doing, Unc? Oh, you must be talking to somebody who's much older. I can't possibly be Unc. Sion said, good luck on Busted Open Radio. Yes, indeed. I will be on Busted Open Network on Sirius XM tomorrow, 2 to 4 Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to be a magnificent time. I appreciate everybody over at Busted Open Radio, over at CSXM, for giving me an opportunity to go out there and showcase my abilities. Certainly goes a very long way. On Coach's show, Jonathan Coaches, that is, Off the Ropes. So I will be live tomorrow, Sirius XM, 2 to 4 p.m. We're talking all things wrestling. Call-in show at that as well. So it's going to be a very, very fun time. Looking forward to that. Lowe said, you're here in San Antonio. That arena is loud. Oh, you in the arena right now? Hey, big W. Shout out to J-Lo. What section you in? Hopefully they put it on television. We can see if we can spot you out. Here comes OKC back the other way. 2-point deficit. There's a pass in the corner. That bald-headed demon, Alex Caruso, can't put in the 3 to take the lead. Rebound with Binyama. Back over to Harper. Harper to the corner to Vassell. Vassell's not going to take the shot. You got 3 Spurs in the same spot. Harper tries a 3. That was a super brick. Oh, my God. That was a super brick. Are you kidding me? Harper hit the side of the backboard. That man didn't even touch the rim. What kind of shot was that? Where's Patrick Ewing when you need him? What kind of shot was that? Did you even practice shot?
I'm a brick.
Super brick. Here comes San Antonio back the other way. Good defense by Lou Dort. He's going to transition all the way. Dunk. Tie game. 14-all. 14-all. O'Leary said, so proud of you, Chiseled. You made it, bro. Oh, no. I did make it to 1 million subscribers, but I did not quite make it. And also, there's something I want to, when the plaque comes in the mail, it says it's this Monday. When the plaque comes in the mail, I have an opportunity to show you guys something cool that got gifted to me. So I appreciate that as well. But tie game still. Kick over to Castle. Castle tries a 3. Foul line extended. No good. Oh, boy. San Antonio started a perfect 4 of 4. Now they're freaking struggling here. Backcourt? What's the whistle for? What's the whistle for? Oh, they're changing the 3-pointer to a 2-pointer. So OKC. So if they're changing the 3 to a 2, OKC has 13. So it's not a tie game. It's not a tie game. Trigger Trey put another 5 on it. Said a second bet. McCain, 12.5 points. Higher. I like that. Chet, 13.5. Oh, well, there it is. Chet, 13.5 higher. I don't see that one happening. Harper, 9.5 points higher. That's a tough one. Champagne, 6.5, 3 attempts. Oh, definitely higher. Definitely higher. That's a lock for that. Wimby, 15.5 rebounds, assists lower. I think it's going to have to be higher. And there's a 3 right there from Vassell. You needed that for your higher, lower. Isaiah Hartenstein, double higher. It just depends on the points department if they're going to leave him open for that damn teardrop. Chet's going to the line. 4:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Freedom said, congrats on 1 million subs, my man. God bless. Thank you very much for all the support. I appreciate you immensely. I can't wait till that plaque comes in. Going to be an amazing, amazing, amazing time once that comes in the mail. Shout out to everybody showing love on the AEW video as well. I did not get a chance to watch Dynamite last night, but I'm definitely going to watch it to brush myself up going into, the Busted Open radio. I should say, well, it's Busted Open Radio Network, if I'm not mistaken. Then, of course, Jonathan Coachman's Off the Ropes. But I have to watch AEW in the morning just to catch myself up leading into, going on to the show, just in case if anybody has any questions regarding AEW. So that's going to be a good time. But yeah, man, shout out y'all who is showing all kinds of love. A whole lot of people gave me some insight on different things that are transpiring regarding that company. So I appreciate that as well. Are they calling the fan base sickos? Is that what they call them? The AEW sickos? I saw that a number of different times. And people were referencing themselves as sickos. Vassell with another 3. So is it called? So you have the WWE Universe and the AEW sickos. Is that what it's recognized as? Y'all let me know. Tony Rodriguez said, "When am I playing WWF No Mercy?" Great question. It's literally still here in my N64 right here. It's still in my N64 right here. So next time I get an opportunity to do a gaming stream, we can play a little bit of No Mercy. Platinum said, "Thank you, family. I know who would have loved to watch Clash in Italy. I'll watch it for him." Indeed. Jalen Williams coming off the bench for the first time since December 10th of 2022. That's bad news for the Spurs because the All-Star is back from the hamstring injury. And here he is in a closeout game looking to put the season to an end for his opposition. Hartenstein, pass over to SGA. Here comes the double. Luke Cornett minutes, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Wimby's on the bench. There's a jumper there from SGA. No good. Long rebound from De'Aaron Fox. Back the other way comes San Antonio. Pass over to Vassell. Vassell better kick that shit back. Bad pass. Able to get saved. Cornett to Johnson. Johnson's 3. Bang! 8-point lead for San Antonio. What about the PlayStation 2 games? Oh, I still got them. I got the entire game catalog over there. It's not over here. I thought it was over here, but it's over there. OKC able to go and get a bucket. Hey, San Antonio got to go and run up this lead and keep running. They got to keep a consistent double-digit lead if they're able to mess around and get there. There's Hartenstein. Hartenstein should have went and threw up the damn floater. He had more than enough space. Cornett's being somewhat of a rim protector here. Hartenstein got to go flare up. SGA bringing dribble penetration, can't make it to the cup. I don't know what the hell they were doing on offense right there. That's a terrible set. Here comes Harper going the other way. Good defense there from Wallace. Kick over to Caruso. 2-on-1. SGA is definitely going to try to get the call. He's not going to get it. Magnificent defense. Magnificent defense there from San Antonio. Bro, bravo. Pass over to Harper. His 3. It's good. 9-point lead. What a sequence. Hey, them boys are not trying to go home. What a sequence from San Antonio. J-Dub back from injury. He's going to get fouled and he's going to the line. But what a sequence. What a sequence. Spectacular. Saberiv, is that how it'd be? I know I butchered that. It's no way it's Beriv. But said one major problem with all fan bases, tribalism, delusion, tribalism, of course, delusion, hypocrisy. Those 3. Tribalism, delusion, hypocrisy. But San Antonio absolutely balling right now. Balling right now. Platinum said, "Hey, Chisel, just want to repeat, not scamming, but you're the guy that was trying to get WWE to do something for your buddy with cancer. He passed away yesterday. Please pray for it." Oh! Oh no! Wait. What? You asked last week. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Jeez. Oh, my condolences, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, Platinum. Damn. Because you asked on the stream last week about ways that maybe WWE can, maybe get some sort of, whether it's Make-A-Wish or potentially have him come out to a show. You're saying that he was struggling with cancer. Yeah, you just asked last week. I got you some of the contact information, or at least, what avenues to go and reach out. Oh, that's tough, man. Jeez. I'm sorry, bro. I wish we could have got word over to WWE faster, bro. I'm sorry, man. My condolences, man. They put him on hospice on Monday evening. Jeez. Oh. Damn. I'm sorry, man. My condolences, bro. That's tough. It was literally last week you asked too. I was hoping that maybe, we'd be able to move a bit faster, man. I'm sorry, man. I wish I could have I could have helped out in moving a bit faster, man. It was like literally less than a week. I think it was during what was it, SmackDown maybe? Last week? Damn. That's unsettling, man. I'm sorry, man. Damn. My condolences, man. Yeah, send prayers, prayer hands in the chat, man. That's fucking brutal. Damn. Jeez. J Lo said, "Not trying to make this about me, but your dad died of cancer, so you know how it feels to watch them fade." Yeah, it's brutal, man. Cancer ain't no joke, man. Fuck cancer, man. I know that's usually like the hashtag and the message that ends up getting sent out there, man. But big fuck you to cancer, man. It's fucking brutal, man. You see people end up becoming, a shell of themselves and wasting away. It's no way to live, man. It's a fucking deadly disease, no matter what variation it just so happens to be. And I've always I'm somewhat of a conspiracy theorist to a degree that I think that maybe, because there's more money in treatment than there is in cures. So maybe there could be folks that end up, I shouldn't say folks, but big pharma that strings along, treatments rather than actually going and curing folks and shit. But it's fucking brutal, man. It's like half. I think now, what's the percentage? Like one in two individuals mess around and get cancer. Like one in three or some shit like that. It's fucking terrible, man. I'm sorry, man. That's brutal, man. My condolences to everybody who lost somebody to cancer, but primarily to platinum, because I know you came in here literally last week, and then asked if there was something that we can do, and I just wish could have moved faster, man. I just wish we could have moved faster. William, what's going on? Always in the house showing love. I appreciate you always, man. Giving out gifts, at least bringing the mood up inside of the chat, giving out some gifts, man. I appreciate you, dog. Always, I appreciate you. Platinum said, "Sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the energy." No, 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 not at all, man. Listen, we may be watching the game, enjoying each other's company, but this is bigger than what it is that we watching, man. Like literally, this is life goes on before and after the stream, and at the end of the day, this could be a form of escapism for a period of time, but you're gonna have to deal with and cope with what life is after, bam, you offline, man. And sometimes you need to have a bit of camaraderie, whether it's individuals in the chat that's sharing their stories, whether it's people who are telling you condolences, or also taking a moment to be acknowledged if they happen to need a little bit of help, because it actually raises the mood, It gives somebody an opportunity to understand, hey, man, there's more to life. Whatever the fuck we may think that we got going on, there's people who out here who's struggling, who's suffering, who really going through it. There are folks who got to carry the burden of that suffering that other people who they love happen to be going through. And now you got to find a way to go and navigate through life, man. It's bigger than what the fuck we watching, bro. So I appreciate you having the courage to come in here and go and share that, because I know it's not easy, man, because that's a friend. I know what it's like to fucking lose my best friend. I got the damn memorial, thing, the poster from the funeral literally right here every single day. It's to my right to remind me this shit is bigger than me, man. So my condolences, family. Truly. There you go. It's a 10-point lead now. It's a double-digit lead. It's a double-digit lead for San Antonio. It's a 32-20 lead with 90 seconds left to go here in the first. Willpower said the only reason weed is not legal is because of the pharmacy lobbyists. I think it's primarily also a tax variation as well. It's going to be very difficult to mess around in tax. If you can try to eliminate the black market completely, I think 110% they'd have it federally legal to where you could at least tax it to a degree. But because it's a little bit difficult to go and try to pull that off, that's why I don't think it's messing around to be legal. It's tough, Ricky. It's tough. It's one of those things because I said this to unknown Adonis time and time again, before he passed as well, where I'm like, man, in life, as you continue to mature and you age, your parents, your grandparents, your elders, albeit your entire life they've been there, and a lot of times you could be in denial, like, man, they'll live forever. But everybody gets called home to glory at one point. So as you get older, like let's say you hit your 30s, you hit your 40s, it's like, all right, yo, my parents is in their 70s, their 80s, their 90s. hey, that bell tolls for everybody. So you got to start to have it in your mind like, yo, we about to reach our fucking mortality. The worst is when it happens so suddenly and there's no preparation, if you will. But you all kind of know, hey, everybody at one point, if you were blessed with the gift of life, you're also dealt with the curse of death, right? So given that's the case, you know it's going to mess around and come. That being said, your peers, your friends, because you're usually around the same age, albeit there's some who have older friends, younger friends, you never envision a circumstance to where life without them. Like they got some old folks now who legitimately they've been cool. 3 from Wimby, it's an 11-point lead. They've been cool for like 70 some years. But there'll come a point in which, hey man, listen, one of us gotta go, right? The tough thing is when you're in like the prime of your life, you young, or even you at the like the middle of your life, you in like your 40s, your 50s, and then somebody going like, what the this don't make no sense. And then the worst is like you got somebody, young family, maybe just messed around and got a spouse. Maybe you're caring after somebody. You could have been the primary care provider, well, maybe not so much provider, but the assistant, if you will, the guardian of another loved one, and then now you gone. It's terrible situations, man. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Like the unknown Adonis parents, bro, they got no more sons. Like literally, it's both their sons passed away. Both of them. 2000, Dan went 2003. Dave went last December. So I'm over there, you know, as often as I can, as tough as it is to be inside of that now house where both of them is gone. So it's weird. Tough. Classic Man said, you're a Team Pink. Don't come in here with this Team Pink business. Scar DDT for 20 said, thanks for all the entertainment and for doing more wrestling content. Your friends and I spend hours watching your content. Love from Qatar. Much love. Hey, shout out to Qatar. I gotta go to Qatar, but it's very hot. I hear Qatar is incredibly hot. but I've heard nothing but good things about Qatar. And the food. I've heard good things about the food in Qatar. But shout out to Qatar. W Qatar. Yeah, man. It's an ongoing battle. It's an ongoing battle, man. It's an ongoing battle. It's very difficult to mess around and try to, you know, navigate through life when you have to carry that burden of death on your shoulders. And there's no right way to overcome and endure the passing. Because sometimes people will say, oh, well, yeah, but it's been like 6 months. So you'll be in shambles. Like my mom, I think I said this before. My mother, she'll just randomly break out crying over the passing of my grandmother. My grandmother passed in April 7th, 2010. It's been 16 years. It'll still happen. My aunt passed her sister in 2018, the day after Christmas. Still, randomly, she'll just be in the middle of a conversation, boom, just start hysterically crying and shit. Completely understand it. I completely understand it. There's no blueprint. So never feel weird, never feel odd if that shit bothers you, because it's part of life. Part of life. Don't bottle that shit up, man. Sometimes you gotta let that son bitch out. Sometimes you gotta let that son bitch out. It's difficult. We all human at the end of the day, man. Ain't nobody got no damn blueprint on how the fuck you supposed to go and live this life. And who's to say somebody who you claim, you know, or must say who you think may have lived life right, you haven't seen every aspect of their life. You see pockets here and there. Even one of your closest, it could be a close friend, it could be a relative. You don't see them 24/7. You don't. There's nobody who is on this planet who you see 24/7. There will be moments in which the two are not with each other. It's incredibly difficult to try to find some scenario where you and somebody got together 24/7. Who's to say that, I'm not saying they put it on a charade, but in that period of time that they're away from you, that they actually operate potentially a little bit different. Could be, you know, maybe that's the way that they are, but that's not to say that's not a possibility. Hey, everybody grieves different, man. We all grieve. We all grieve. William put 20 on, said, what's up? You're feeling sorry about your loss, Platinum. You pray for you and your family to get through this. We got you here. Also, wanted to update y'all. You reached 762 days of sobriety. I love you guys. Need to talk, hit us up. That's a fact, bro. We are a supporting and supportive community. Big shout out to William. 2 years strong and counting on the sobriety journey. continuing to keep us updated and keeping the spirits high, all while supporting everybody in the community. So I appreciate you immensely for that. And you've inspired a number of people to go on their sobriety journey as well, brother. So please do not take this acknowledgement lightly of how important you are here in the Hold My Nuggets Chiseled Adonis community, man. You are a staple in every single stream. Your courage, valor, and consistency does not go unnoticed. Every time you drop into the chat, you always giving out gifts. People look forward and waiting on your arrival as well. And I appreciate you immensely, not just for me, but for the community, brother. So continue to fight the good fight and move forward every single day. Thanos was right, said 366 days that you've been sober as well. Hey, man, shout out to you, brother. Second quarter underway, 13-point lead for San Antonio. They led by as much as I believe. I know game 4, they blew them all the way out. But game 3, they let, oh, well, there it is. Layup right there from Wembanyama. They've led by 15 before, but they've lost at home with this lead. So they got to make sure to maintain through and through. They've got to try to maintain through and through. There's a swing over to Caruso. Caruso with the layup. Oh, he got that one to fall. So smooth. That bald-headed demon able to get inside, get a layup there to cut the deficit down to 13. But now OKC needs a little bit of defense. On the floor, you have Zesty McCain, Chet Holmgren, Alex Caruso, Wallace, and the other J-Dub, the Cart Titan looking J-Dub. Meanwhile, for Houston, oh, there's that NBA superfan who looks like a vampire. I forget what his name just so happens to be, but that dude been to how many games, they said? They said he's like a season ticket holder. He's constantly at a bunch of playoff games. Dude looked like a vampire, but he loved himself some basketball. I forget son's name. But on the floor for San Antonio, Champagne, Fox, Castle, Wembanyama, and Harrison Old Man Barnes. Oh, Harrison Barnes starting to get a bold spot up here. He's starting to get a bold spot up there. Long rebound there from OKC. McCain tries a bad-looking 3, but he gets that one to fall. It's a 10-point game. It's a 10-point game. Chosen One said, yo, check out card jiu-jitsu. Oh, I've actually made a video on card jiu-jitsu some years ago, and the company actually DM'd me. I have to reach back out to them because I was supposed to go out to their offices in New York, and I never ended up going because I got to hit them back. Yeah, I got to hit them back. Card Jitsu. I got to hit them back. Let me see if I can find the see if I can find them in the DMs. I gotta reach out to the company. Turkey's calling for Harrison Barnes. Hey, somebody gonna spend that 5,000. Somebody gonna spend that 5,000. Game 7, the Spurs win. If I'm OKC, I can't even take a chance on a potential Game 7. Because you've seen San Antonio win on your court. You've won on San Antonio's court, but they also won on your court as well. So despite the fact that you've won 2 of 3 at your house, is it worth going back? I don't think so. I think you pack one suit, you try to lock this sumbitch up here. 12-point lead here for San Antonio. They just got to make sure they maintain on the defensive end. Here comes Caruso trying to see if he could bait a foul. He's not going to get it. Pass down the floor. Castle. What the hell was that from Castle? Why did he try this reverse layup, bro? Absorb the contact and use the glass. He would have easily got to the foul line on that play. Wide open Williams, corner 3, brick, long rebound from Chet, easy dunk, 10-point lead. Castle doing too much, bro. He was a good hustle that he had on that play, but he's got to go and absorb that contact. Under 10 minutes left to go here in the quarter. Castle kick over to the corner. There's Harper to Champagne. He's not going to take the shot. No, it's a pass over to Victor. Victor. Oh, he got fouled by Williams. J-Dub with the foul. J-Dub with the foul. Edgar said, here's the link to that guy. Okay. Also, Tyler said dream vacation spot. I actually don't know. What would be a dream vacation spot for me? I don't know. Let's go to Africa. There's a three from Harper. Bang! Gets it to fall. Lead is back up to 13. I don't know. I never actually gave that any thought. What would be a dream vacation spot? I don't know. I don't know. I always anywhere I ever travel to, I always, make it worthwhile. So I'm not sure. Good pass. Good layup inside. The lead back down to 11, and here's the timeout coming from San Antonio. Dream vacation spot. Shit, maybe Haiti. I don't know. Maybe go to the homeland. Maybe Haiti. But here's the super fan here. So his name is Jimmy Goldstein. Goldstein? There's a joke in there. 86 years old. He's an American businessman who attends a large number of National Basketball Association games, typically in courtside seats, including many home games for the Los Angeles Lakers and Clippers. So he has a season ticket holders there. Former Commissioner David Stern, who died in 2020, said he probably has the largest investment of any fan in America. So we get a kick out of him. He has got quite the flair, and we love him as a sort of a super fan. Interesting. Having attended over 2,000 games, befriended several current and former NBA players, including Wilt Chamberlain, Clyde Drexler, Hakeem Olajuwon, Shaquille O'Neal, Sam Cassell, and Dennis Rodman. Has no favorite team in spite of his Lakers and Clippers season tickets. Describes himself as a fan of the NBA in general. Refuses to disclose his net worth or how he made his fortune. They speculated he's made billions in real estate, notably Century City in Los Angeles. So nobody knows how this man made his money, but he's been a season ticket holder for 30 plus years. Huh. And his house has been featured on TV and in movies. Well, yeah, this brother probably loaded, man. I mean, the dude does look like a motherfucking vampire. I ain't gonna hold you. He does look like a vampire, to say the least. But he loves basketball, so hey, shout out to him. Sierra in the building. What's going on? Bora Bora, Japan. D'Lo said the UK, Amsterdam. I know why you going there. Leo Rick in the building. What's happening? Mad Runner said, I don't know if you answered, but do I mind if I drop the GoFund link in the chat? If anybody can donate to do so. No, I don't mind, fam. Go and do that, man. We gotta support each other. He's a slumlord. Shit. He did the Master Mason handshake to LeBron, did he? All I know is you've gone to over 2,000 games and you're primarily sitting front row. Brother must be loaded. I must be loaded. Rico said the Maldives. Valorian said the edge of Australia. I ain't gonna hold you. I think High Rocks might end up making me want to go and travel. I actually went to I was at High Rocks a little earlier today. My High Rocks doubles partner was actually doing singles earlier today. Unfortunately, he did not beat my time. Unfortunately for him, he had the time of 1:14:59. So shout out to Dan, getting the 1:14:59, breaking the 1:15. I know he's beating himself up right now, but still, he had a 7-minute PR, so that's a positive. My time in Houston was 1:12:19. I got to figure out if I'm going to do singles again, and where. My opportunity to do singles right now is in Denver, Colorado, November 12th, 2026. That's my next opportunity to be able to do singles, unless I was to commandeer, a ticket from somebody on secondhand tactics, or perhaps have to go and equip the Master Blade again. But I may potentially go and just go ahead and do Denver. The only downside is I can't stay there for the weekend because I have engagements on the 14th here. So I would ultimately be going to Denver literally for a day. I'd go and I'd do the race. I'd probably be there for the remainder of the Thursday, and then I'd end up leaving on the Friday. So yeah, there'd be a bit of elevation, but I think we'll be inside, so I'm not necessarily concerned on if the altitude will play a role. Because why would we be outside in November? But then again, I don't know. Maybe we would be outside. There's a 3 from Wallace, gets it to fall. It's an 8-point game. JMM in the building. What's going on? JK2 1030. Say, hey, Adonis, I've been watching you since 2020. Thank you for the laughs, for love from Alabama. I appreciate you, man. I was just talking about Alabama earlier today. Chet with a floater. It's a 6-point game. I was just talking about Alabama earlier today because my High Rocks partner had mentioned, like, yo, I wonder if there's gonna be imagine if there's a High Rocks in Alabama. I'm like, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think there would be a large outpour of purchasing of the tickets to go. So I don't know. You got to make that 3 for J Dub, or just to say Jason Williams, Jaden Williams, sorry, Jalen Williams, sorry. He gotta make that 3 because he's wide open. There's Castle with a 3 of his own. That's a brick. Rebound from Shet. Back the other way he goes. Oh, good pressure right there from Harper. Swing over to Williams, who just missed that 3. Pass to the corner. There's Wallace. Tries it. Got it. 3 goes in. 6-point game again. 6-point game again. J-Lo said, if you train with a workout breathing mask on, it'll help you train for Denver altitude. But altitude does make a huge difference. Even if you're indoors, I know outdoors it'll play a role. Like the only time that I've ever been in Colorado is when I flew into Denver, then drove to Boulder to go watch Colorado versus USC. When Shador versus Caleb Williams was going down in that absolute thriller of a game, I was there in person. Beautiful, 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 beautiful city. And then I went back to Denver. I actually streamed from Denver. We were live on Kick and Twitch. That was a good time. In fact, Sierra, I think you were in the chat for that as well. I think that was the stream where I was changing the hat location numerous different times in the midst of constant different clips playing. That was a good time in which I had my the vehicle towed. Good story, but that's neither here nor there. Said you always in the chat. Shorty a lurker. Halfway through the second quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Makes no difference, indoors or outdoors. The air is thick in both scenarios. Oh, interesting. Okay, I got you. I'll keep that in mind and begin to train for Denver if I decide to go.
SHRO over 4D99 is now following.
Fox the other way, kick over to Harper. Harper try to dribble, penetrate, one-on-one with the MVP. Go to the corner, pass back outside. There's Wembanyama, gets Hartenstein off his feet. Wemby with the floater, got it to fall. It's a 10-point lead again. Here comes San Antonio. And they're going to call timeout. OKC's going to have to call timeout. They cut the deficit down to 6, but never got closer. San Antonio pushes it back up to 10. Valorian said cardio with a weighted vest is a bad idea, right? No, it's not. Cardio with a weighted vest is a good idea. It just depends on what it is that you're doing. If you're not used to wearing a weighted vest and running, don't do it. You start with walking because you'll end up fucking up your knees. There's a lot of people who mess around and they end up putting like the ankle weights on, the arm weights on, the vest, the heavy weighted vest on, and you think you about to go out there and run left and right and put all that damn stress on your knees, you're gonna fuck yourself up. You got to build up the tolerance first. But weighted cardio is good as long as you're getting accustomed to it. Don't do no super high intensity workout if you ain't never do it. You start low, you start small, you walk. With the added weight, you walk at a moderate pace. Don't do nothing crazy. You walk, get used to the weight. Then slowly but surely, you start to build up the tolerance. When I did Murph with a 20-pound vest on. I did it before assimilation with a 25 pound vest on. But I still got my vest. I had it in the room, but it's in the other room right now. But you got to slowly build up that tolerance. I'm Disco Turtle in the building. What's going on? Trying to get Rock Lee? Hey, listen. Adaptive said you got 1 hour, 3 minutes, 20 seconds on Murph this year. Hey, that's a pretty good time. That's a pretty good time. Shout out to you, W Murph. W Adaptive, man. That's what's up. Miss OJ said, when my car got towed, yeah, man, brutal, son. The fucking rental car got towed. The damn lady kept running her mouth. So because she was running her mouth, she messed around and almost had the person who was inside the tow truck, the clerk, close the entire doggone shop down because low-key, they not even really open that day because when you Google, they actually closed. So when you pull up to the damn venue, yo ass running off at the mouth, we at her mercy. Talk your shit after you get your vehicle because they can't do nothing to you. Don't talk your shit before you get your vehicle because what's going to stop her from saying, oh, fuck you guys, close the damn shit, and she leaves. Then what? You got to wait the weekend. You're going to be hoed. Don't do that, especially since I ain't get my car. The video out there. You'd have to go and tune in to go watch the, hear the story, if you will. So there's that. Sean B said, am I going to New Orleans to get that a $5 breakfast? Oh, you better believe it. I got to go back to New Orleans regardless because I haven't been to New Orleans in 8 years, actually. It was 2018. No, 7 years. It was 2019. I think my vlog for New Orleans might still be up. I can't remember. It might still be up. I don't think there's no reason why it would be taken down unless YouTube actually blocked it. Funny enough, for those who are very curious if YouTube is finally operating on my side, they're not. I got an age restriction for my short on The Undertaker and Usain Bolt being inside of that six man, one cage. They gave me an age restriction. I appealed and they denied it. Literally, what in that video requires an age restriction? Nothing. Nothing. But YouTube's still on that bullshit. They always been. They on that bullshit.
Gotcha, bitch.
J954954 is now
Said, why
following.
that was an Office favorite. Office favorite. You be watching the vids in the office? Hey, I'm not trying to get you fired, brother. Oh, I ain't trying to get you fired. 10-point lead here for the San Antonio Spurs. Jumper no good in the corner. Derek said, how many followers before the league lets you do highlight commentary full time? Truly, I don't think it's a matter of followers at this point. I think it's more along the lines of if you got to know somebody. Because best believe there will come a time where the opportunity to do commentary shows its head. And y'all heard me for years say, I never really was somebody who cared too much to go and do it. But when I saw what McAfee did, I said, it seems like there's a potential lane that I can go and take. And because I'm very good with vocabulary, I can find ways to still say things without saying things, you know? So who knows? There'll come a time in which I have an opportunity to showcase that particular talent of mine. And best believe, the moment that they hand me the damn brass ring, I ain't fixing to let go. Willpower said they need to give you an age restriction on making love to your chair the other day after the Knicks got swept. You know what's hilarious? I literally watched that back one time. I had no idea that, I don't want to say I had no idea that I did it. I remembered that I did it, but I had no idea how we got there. I don't remember the build up to it. I just went. Like, if you go back and you watch that 13-minute dissertation, if you will, literally, I'm speaking through you. I'm speaking through you. Ain't no notes, no script. We just go. I have no idea what I can't tell you what I said. I just remember getting up on the doggone chair, providing the almighty stroke for no damn reason. Somebody said, I got to go get a pregnancy test for the chair. I said, you ain't shit. I said, you ain't shit. That ain't right. Yo, Wallin. Adaptive said, what did I get on Murph? You wasn't in the stream when I talked about it. 46 minutes, 18 seconds. 46 minutes, 18 seconds. I was so incredibly frustrated with myself that I did not get an opportunity to go and break 45, primarily because my splits on the squats and push-ups, I fucked myself over in the first half. Well, I should say after the first 5 rounds, that I was doing the push-ups and the squats and the pull-ups. I was perfectly fine with the pull-ups. I was not tripping over there because it was 5 pull-ups every single time. And then, because for those who don't know, Murph is 1 mile with a weighted vest. So it's 20-pound weighted vest. I think in the Army they do 40 pounds. But 20-pound vest, 1 mile, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then another mile after the fact, right? Where I fucked up was I was doing the 5 pull-ups, no problem. I was doing the 10 push-ups unbroken, and then the 15 squats unbroken, no problem for the first 5 rounds. When fatigue started to set in, what I should have did was 5 push-ups, immediately stand up, 8 squats, back to 5 push-ups, right into 7 squats, then I'm back on the pull-up bar. My dumb ass, 5 push-ups, shake my arm out, couple of seconds, 5 push-ups, then I'm into the squats. I should have immediately kept switching. I would have gotten a bit more time back, because if the 45 was attainable there on the mile, I could have really pushed a little bit more. At least psychologically, I'd like to believe so. So next time I do Murph, that's what I'm going to have to do. What a dunk from Bryant. It's a 13-point lead again. Or I should say, it's a 12-point lead again. DJ in the building, what's going on? 12-point lead right now for San Antonio. Pass inside to Shed. He got blocked by Vassell. San Antonio, make a little bit of noise because you are trying your best to force a Game 7. Wyatt, man, said, been watching since 2018. So happy to see you succeed. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. W support. I appreciate you, family. That's love. Donkey said, I low-key don't get notifications when you stream anymore, nor when you go on your subscription list. It doesn't show your channel while you're live. It never been like that. You actively watch my channel. See, there's another opportunity for people to recognize what's going on, man. They always had me somewhat shadowed, you know, on the platform. I remember when I did a poll over on YouTube as well, asking the folks, like, yo, how often do y'all actually get notifications from the video? 16%. 16% of the audience said, yeah, they get notification. And remember, that's 16%. Or I should say, the poll is based on the percentage of people who actually got the notification. So it's maybe even a lesser percentage. Because remember, when you run a poll, when you run a survey, it's a set, you know, period of people. If I was able to poll the entire million amount of folks to actually give me feedback to say if they're getting a notification, I'm curious what that number would mess around and be. You know how many people these days who still subscribe to the YouTube channel got no idea I stream? Yo, you should stream during the playoffs. I do. Oh, I never knew. Y'all been subscribed since 2017. You've been subscribed since 2017? You don't know I stream? I'm doing the Eddie Winslow. Let me go find the Eddie clip. I'm doing the Eddie Winslow. All right. 9-point lead for San Antonio. Final 2 minutes of the first half. Pass into the MVP. Here comes Wallace, not going to set the pick. Bryant one-on-one with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's trying to see if he can find the mid-range. Throws up a jumper. Oh, my God. So silky smooth. Discount R. Kelly with the jumper. Got it to fall. It's a 7-point game. It's a 7-point game. Wembanyama with the answer, puts in the 3. Oh, they might be calling it back. Offensive foul. Oh, no, they said the shot counts. The shot counts. Wemby's shot still counts. It happened after the bucket, and they're in the bonus, so they're going to at least get 2 free throws out of it. But I think he got the shot off in time. Yeah, he got the shot off in time. Ball in air. Ball in air. Ball in there. Oh, that's 110% a foul. Yeah, Bryant pushed the fuck out of SGA. He pushed the fuck out of Discount R. Kelly.
Relationship with
Soldier Rex 37 is now following.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Wayne said, facts, bro. I rarely come across your streams. You search for this game and a bunch of channels you didn't subscribe to appeared before yours. I frequently watch your content. That's weird. Very bizarre. Very bizarre. See, I've said for years, it's odd, but again, One way or another, you can't stop what's already been ordained. It's only a matter of time. You can take 10 years to look like an overnight success. Hand me the doggone mic, broadcasted to the millions and millions. Yo, where this guy came from? How'd he get so good? 10 years. I've been doing it. It's going to be new to them, but it's not going to be new to y'all. Dwayne put 5 on it, said the video on Instagram was funny. The girl was like, I can do 3, but I can't do 4. Yeah, that was very bizarre. You know, funny enough, I actually had that video for a couple of weeks. I never posted it. I was deleting old videos from the computer, downloaded videos from the computer. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? Did I ever upload this? Oh, I never did. Oh, shit, let me post it. Also, speaking of the community, shout out to Twitter. 3 back-to-back-to-back million viewed videos. I am shocked. Also, always big shout out to Angelo Dawkins. That is a real follower. That man follows me on IG. He follows me on Twitter. He reposts my stuff, likes damn near every single post. Shout out to Angelo Dawkins. Abyss, TNA legend. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame. He should be if he's not. If he is, congratulations, you should be there. Abyss, the producer now for WWE, liked one of the posts as well. And I've said time and time again, I don't really care too much, you know, for likes and shit. People can mess around and like some shit by accident, right? Somebody can mess around and like some shit, you know, and just move on with the remainder of the day. I used to utilize likes as my variation of a bookmark back in the days before I knew what the fuck a bookmark on Twitter just so happens to be. But one way or another, that was pretty cool to go and look and see. Somebody who used to watch in your childhood happened to go and like the doggone post. It wasn't something that set me on a crazy high, but one way or another, that was pretty awesome to go and look. So big shout out to Abyss. I appreciate you. If you happen to be watching the content. If you don't, well, I still appreciate you nonetheless. Common foul, yeah, no flagrant. Common foul, no flagrant. Common foul, no flagrant. Yeah, shout out to the people over on Twitter world. Savage said, what camera do I use to make content? You are wondering about getting a camera, but you have like 3 phones that you don't use for anything, and you were wondering if that would be a good start. Absolutely, that'd be a great start. Listen, my very first camera that I used to record was my Galaxy S3. What's the name of it? The Galaxy. There was no S. It's just the Galaxy S3. This was my very first content phone. This is my very first phone. And then I had like a Motorola video, but I wasn't even using that one. I ended up buying this Nikon. First camera I ever had. It wasn't this lens. It was a stock lens though. The Nikon D3300. This was my first camera. I ended up buying this Sigma lens in like 2018, but I had the stock lens. Right now I use the Sony A7 III, and I have a G Master lens. That's pretty much what I utilize here. But you don't need no 8K, 4K, all that other shit, fam. Phones come with 1080p standard now. Phones come with 1080p standard now. Press record and go. All right, here we go. There's a 3 from Wallace. Bang! 5-point game. Oh, boy. Yo, San Antonio just can't run away. San Antonio just can't run away. Golly. 1 minute left to go here. Alley-oop looking for Victor. Can't get it to go. Good rebound there, but Williams. Hey, y'all can get a 2 for 1 here. You can get a 2 for 1 here. You're the MVP. Hustle. Well, then again, you don't got to rush it because you still, you would have enough to have another possession regardless. SGA's trying to find his spot. Step back, kick over to the corner. Wallace, wide open. Williams, you got to hit that one. Oh, my God. How many bricks is this man going to miss when he's wide open? You could have had a 2 for 1 where you legitimately back-to-back threes could have ended the half with the lead. You cannot miss that shot. You can't miss that shot. Evidently, in Williams' case, you can. Nonetheless, final 15 seconds here. De'Aaron Fox, one-on-one with Zesty McCain. Gets a pick right there from Wimby. Here comes Fox. He's trapped by 3 people. Turnaround jumper. Can't get it to fall. Wimby with the pushback. 5.5 left to go here in the half.
Red Shock
Inbound over to
2016
SGA.
is now
Here comes
following.
Stephon Castle with the stick defense. There comes the MVP floating down. High arcing layup. It's a miss. Castle with a throw, heave. And the end of the half is a 7-point lead for San Antonio. Great job for San Antonio, but this has got to feel like a win for OKC. Great half from San Antonio, but this got to feel like a win for OKC because you were down by as much as 15 points. And literally, it never felt as if you were out of this game. San Antonio is hitting OKC with literally everything. And somehow the reigning, defending, undisputed NBA champs are right there. The 7-point lead feels like it's only 2. The Spurs, and I said this in the first quarter, the Spurs got to get up by double figures and remain at double figures. They got to score at the same pace OKC scores at. You hit a 3, or I should say OKC hit a 3, cool, you score 2. OKC scores 2, you hit a 3. You up by 12, you stay up by 12. The lead don't drop below 9. You got to make sure you stay double figures in the lead, or at worst, 9 or 8. But if you keep letting motherfuckers go on runs, you're gonna have a bad time because basketball is all about the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs. The moment that you allow these motherfuckers to go on a run, they get confidence, let them mess around and regain the lead. You saw what happened in game 3. You lost the momentum, and then they ran away with it. Nathan Batuan said, most people can go ahead and call Hulk Hogan Woody. Well, I mean, right now, OKC better mess around and make that comeback, because I'm telling you right now, they're going to waste little time telling the Spurs.
Oh, homeboy, welcome to the hood, brother.
Mike said, Wimby soft ass trying to put a hit on McCain. I don't know if it's legitimate or not, but that shit was hilarious when they somebody had the edit. Oh my God, I forgot what he said. He said something in French. It was like I forget what it was, but they had it over there on Twitter, and they had the edit of McCain getting laid out by Plumlee, I think it was. Oh my God, I was dying laughing. And I believe he got warned, if I'm not mistaken. 007, Blaze in the building. What's good? What's good? All right, let me get you guys some statistics right now. Keep in mind, Jalen Williams is back to the lineup, but he's coming off the bench here. And so far, he's grabbed 6 boards. He's got 2 assists. And also, he has 1 assist, in 7 minutes. The other Jalen Williams has 2 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, but all kinds of bricks from 3 when he's wide open. Leading scorer is actually Kaysen Wallace, of all people right now for OKC, followed up by, of course, SGA. Everybody has gotten a bucket with the exception of Williams thus far in the game this evening. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, they're shooting 44% from 3. They've made 11. That's literally the difference in this game. They've made 11 threes. Vassell is 3 of 5. Wembanyama is 4 of 8. He's taken 16 shots. Him and SGA are the only 2 who's taken double-digit shots in this game. Wimby knows he has to be aggressive. He's got 22 points, leading all scorers by a mile thus far. Dylan Harper off the bench for San Antonio has 12, but one way or another, it's going to have to be Wembanyama who leads them if they're going to try to force a Game 7. Tricky Trey put 2 on and said, doing good so far. Need Isaiah to stay in. Fox, get the fuck out of here. There it is. Prodigy said, Adonis, you might have to run that Streets Are Not Safe video back again for New York. Oh, I'm just waiting on the NBA Finals to begin. I'm just waiting for the NBA Finals to begin. But I said this on the stream before. I'm going to say it again. If the New York Knicks win the Super Bowl, if the New York Knicks, what am I, Go Sports girl? Go Sports. But if the New York Knicks win the NBA Finals, we streaming. Let me grab the backpack. We live through the streets of New York City. We live through the streets of New York City, 12 hours. We live from sun up, well, maybe not so much sun up. But 9 a.m., I think the parade would probably start at like 10. But we live all fucking day. Knicks win the goddamn finals. We outside. Somebody gonna snatch my audio cord. I'm from New York. They ain't gonna snatch my shit. I wish they would. I wish they would.
Gotcha, bitch.
Luchai_ is now following.
Are they playing in San Antonio? Okay, they're in San Antonio right now. They're in San Antonio right now. See, I said, man, you from Memphis, you've been robbed for your leftover change at the store in front of the clerk. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. I ain't never had that shit happen to me. I'll tell you that right now. Somebody robbing change in front of the clerk, they probably needed that much more than you did. I ain't gonna hold you. If you that gutter, you felt that confident to go do some shit like that, hey, you might as well keep the doggone change, fam. You needed that. I got 17 cents. Yo ass took that shit and tried to go do the dash. Hey, I'll be all right. You needed that. Dime, nickel, 2 pennies. You needed that shit. Hey, man. Hey, dog. Hey, you like it? I love it. You got it, my boy. You needed that shit. You trying to gather up enough coin to go get a McChicken. You got to do what you got to do, fam. You got that shit. You got it, fam. I'm going to be all right.
Gotcha, bitch.
But I'll tell you this right
Cowboys
now.
Nation
If I needed that
25
bread,
is
I
now
need to get on the
following.
bus. I ain't got no bus fare no more. You took that shit and you took off. I'm be upset about it. I'm not going to have a good time. I'll tell you that right now. And the clerk going to see what the fuck done happened. You got to slip me some change, fam. You got to slip me some change. Now, let it be some money that I'm trying to go pay the clerk. If the clerk recognized I just got robbed after trying to go and purchase, and he took off with the money I was using to go pay, I know the clerk going to be mad because you going to have to give me my doggone items out of sympathy. You can't now deny me. You just saw me get robbed in front of you. So you mean to tell me I can't get the belongings from the store? You going to have to take the loss. Sympathy alone is going to mess around and get me, the purchase without the transaction of money. It's a bartering. I give you sympathy, or I should say I give you a story. You give me the merchandise. And then the clerk is going to be like, Junior in the building, what's going on? The slept-on stoner say, hey, Chiseled, you plan on visiting NYC. Is it actually dangerous for tourists, or are people gassing it? People are gassing it. It's not very difficult. It's not very dangerous for tourists. Of course, don't go to the wrong neighbor. Like, be smart. Yo, I'm new to New York City. Let me go to Harlem on 125th at 3 a.m. Wow. Hey, look, those guys are playing dice. Let me jump into the game. Oh, let me put down my, don't do nothing stupid. Here's my Omega watch, guys. Look, it's a brand new band. Are you stupid? Yo, I always wanted to come to Brooklyn. I love Jay-Z's music. Let's go to the Marcy Projects. Oh my God, let me drive in my rental car to this location at 2 in the morning. Whoa, this is where Jay-Z used to slang dope, man. Holy smokes. Jay-Z used to be right here on the corner. Oh, wait. Oh, you heard me listening to Jay-Z? Oh, did you know him growing up? Oh, you did? What? He sold you dope in the early 90s? Get out of here, Carl. Seriously? Where? I would love to see where you made that purchase. In that back alley? Oh, of course I'll come back there. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna have a bad time. What? Oh my God, the pandemic was so brutal when it kicked off because we lost Pop Smoke in February. I love that music, man. I used to be listening on Spotify and getting sturdy. I used to get sturdy all the time. What? You mean to tell me the mural that they have is in Canarsie, Brooklyn? I would love to go down there. Oh, they're doing a gathering? The Crips will be there. Oh man, I love to watch the content on social media. That YouTube channel, Hood Vlogs, I could have swore they documented those Crips out in Canarsie. I will come over there. What? Wear red? I'll definitely do that, man. I look forward to seeing you tonight. Don't do that shit. You're gonna get robbed. Be smart. Don't be stupid. But outside of that, you'll have a good time. You'll have a good time. It'll be okay. But but keep your eyes open. Don't do nothing dumb. All right, just don't do nothing dumb. You use your head. You're a tourist. You go to Times Square. Maybe you go to Penn Station. You have yourself a good time. It passed 9 p.m. Go to spots. Don't stay outside. Because you stay outside, all of a sudden, instruments might begin to play. You may believe that you're somewhere in Harlem and you happen to find yourself at the jazz function. But in this particular situation, you're somewhere downtown Brooklyn. Maybe you're somewhere in uptown Queens. Please don't even think about going to the Bronx. Nobody cares about Staten Island. You could be somewhere in Harlem, maybe even out in Manhattan. But I'll tell you something right now, it get too late. In the evening, you're gonna be hearing somebody playing the saxophones, but you won't see it. The only thing you gonna see is a white light. And you're gonna be opening your eyes and wondering, why the fuck am I inside of a hospital bed, eating through a plastic tube? It's not because evolution passed you by. It's because you got fucking robbed. Be smart. Don't be afraid of. Okay? Don't be afraid of. Be very smart. Don't come to the damn city, start doing too much, and then end up things happen to you, and then you sit around, man, yo, New York did me dirty, man. This ain't right. Use your head. All right? Use your head. Glenn, or I should say Gen, Wilbon, is it Gen Wilbeland? Gen Wilbelandris? But Adonis, what do I think of the NBA moving into an automated replay system? Do I think NBA or NFL does this first? I think the NBA will do it first. I saw an article. I don't know the validity of it. But I don't like that because you have referees. Literally have the referees go and review. What are we using AI for? I know that can make it more efficient, but if you're paying human referees, human monies to do their job, go out there and do your job. This doesn't need to be automated. This doesn't need to be automated. Dwayne Patuan said, what the fuck is going to happen to people? Well, you're going to have a bad time. Folks ain't going to be at 2 a.m. talking about,
won't you be my neighbor?
You're going to be getting your shit rocked. It's going to be a bad situation. It's going to be a bad situation. But overall, there's so many things to do in New York. Like, legitimately, there's so many things you can do in New York. You can go to Manhattan for an entire day and still, like, if the sightseeing stuff, truly, it's not anything crazy. Like, shout out to Fire Chicken and the Street Beefs, when they came over, Fire Chicken and his wife came over to New York. We went to, not Governor's Island. We went to, on the ferry, saw the Statue of Liberty. We were on the ferry. We were on a line for an incredibly long period of time. That wasn't very fun. But nonetheless, we saw the ferry. I would have loved to have taken them to the Empire State Building. I remember I had to get home in time to watch Saturday night's main event. But nonetheless, it was a cool time. And I told him, like, yo, we haven't even scratched the surface of the amount of things that you could do in New York. There's countless, like, every food under the sun is in New York. Every food. Representation from every nation, you can find it here. Ethiopian food, we've got it. Pakistani food, we've got it. Palestinian food, we've got it. Motherfucking Spanish food, we've got it. Any particular location you've got in mind, we've got it. Caribbean, Ghanaian, motherfucking Botswanan. You got people from Algeria. You got folks from Australia. You got folks out in India. Every single possible food under the sun, we've got it, and you can find somebody who's very proficient in cooking out here. Experiences, literally all the experiences, with the exception of shooting guns out of the helicopter. You can do that in Nevada. You can't do that out here. We have gun ranges, but not really the best, if you will. Better to go to New Jersey. That's a closer bordering state if you want to go and do stuff like that, but that's neither here nor there. But there's tons of activity in New York City. Literally. And if you have money, you'll always have a fun time. And if you don't have money, you just got to be smart. You just got to be smart. Groupon is your best friend. Groupon is your best friend. Endless activities. Chris Pateno said, do I have an all-time NBA starting five? Yes. For the longest period of time, I always had Magic Johnson as my starting point guard for my all-time 5, but I have since moved on from Magic, and Steph Curry is now my point guard. Steph Curry is number 1 at my point guard. Number 2 will be Michael Jordan. Number 3, LeBron James. Number 4, Tim Duncan. Number 5, Shaquille O'Neal. I think that starting 5, that's my 5. You can't beat it. Dylan Harper's better than his dad. I cannot agree with that sentiment. I cannot agree with that sentiment. Am I going to the World Cup final? I will try. I will try. All right, second half getting ready to start right now, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds away. Black Freakazoid said, nah, Magic has to stay at point for you. Steph coming off the bench. No. He just said starting 5, period. He said starting 5, period. I always had Magic there, but I'm not going to hold you. Curry's ability off ball is absolutely spectacular, and the shooting, I can't overlook that. Now, albeit Magic and LeBron both being floor generals on the floor together would be magnificent. They would constantly be able to find the right shot, but I just think Curry, that's my guy. I'll put Curry there at number 1. I need that. Also, I just watched Court of Gold. Also, shout out to the 2024 Paris Olympic gold champion, United States basketball. I'm watching the Redeem Team now. So next time I get on the treadmill to go and get my steps, probably tomorrow, I got the Vassell came in, immediately hit a 3. It's a 10-point lead here to kick off the third quarter. But yeah, Curry. Dwayne Patu said this is what Crime Time was talking about. Well, yes. Hartenstein tries that floater, and here he goes. Here comes those floaters from Hartenstein. Here comes those floaters that was so lethal in game 5 from Hartenstein. He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds. Here comes Castle, swing over to Wembanyama, looking for his 5th 3. It's a brick, long rebound from SGA. Oh my God, how does Vassell did not steal that? McCain gets inside, denied. What a block. What a block. Was that Champagne spinning for, oh, that's a travel. Travel. Oh, it's goaltending. Goaltending. Wait, a goaltending and 1? That's a hell of a block there from Champagne, but I can't believe they're going to call that a goaltending. Oh!
Gotcha, bitch.
Nidorina is now following.
Selector Boy said, R.I.P. Shad Gas Bar. Indeed, funny enough, today in the gym, literally, today in the gym, I was wearing the shirt from collar elbow, the R.I.P. Shad Gas Bar Brooklyn Finest. I was literally wearing that in the gym today for my workout. I bring it upstairs, but it's incredibly sweaty, so it's in my, I call it the dirty things, but the hamper, if you will. All right, here we go. 5-point, or I should say 7-point deficit. Chet Holmgren. Layup inside, can't get it to go. Hartenstein got his 10 points. Hey, Triggy Trey, you needed that lower double-double. I think it was a higher double-double for Hartenstein. He's now got 10 points, 4 rebounds, 6 rebounds away. Oh, Vassell should have taken that 3. Instead finds Fox. Fox's 3. No good. Put back. Oh, and there's a foul on McCain. Foul on McCain. Good hustle right there from Castle. 5-point lead. The dong in the building. What's going on? Said you did a killer ab day after doing a good 1.5 mile run. Nice. I did a little bit of a circuit. 5 rounds, 50 double unders, 10 hand clean snatches. Not snatches. 10 hand cleans, sorry. 10 hand cleans and 10 burpees over bar. So pretty much 50 total burpees, 50 total hand cleans, and then 250 total double unders, and then I also walked. I walked 3 miles. Oh no, actually 4. I have a jog of 1 mile getting to High Rocks earlier this morning. Switch said R.I.P. Claude Lemieux. That sounds like a soccer player. I said soccer, hockey player. Oh, it is a hockey player. Yeah, that's Canadian, isn't he? Yeah, that's a very Canadian last name. Oh, wow, he played 21 seasons? Brutal. But he was only 60. Oh, no. He was only 60. What the fuck? Fuck. Wait, he was just at the Eastern Conference Final 3 days ago? He is a torchbearer at the game, and then he... Wow. Jeez. Fuck. R.I.P. to him, bro. R.I.P. to him. Fuck. Shit. Damn. He was found by his son, too? That's... Bro, you was just the fucking torchbearer? What the hell? Yeah, mental health is no joke, bro. Mental health ain't no joke. You gotta check on your folks, bro. That's fucking brutal. That's fucking brutal. Damn. Damn. Hey, I pray for the family, bro. That's how the fuck do you even can't even compute some shit like that, fam? Like, you here, fine, and then boom, gone. Damn. R.I.P. to him, man. Jeez. Damn. Tricky put 2 on it. Said my Mount Rushmore for NBA each decade, the 80s to the 2020s. Mount Rushmore, so I'm relegated to 4 for the 80s. Magic, Bird, Jordan, Isaiah. The 80s, Magic, Bird, Jordan. Do I want to go J? Do I want to go Dr. J? Do I want to go Barkley? Do I want to go Moses Malone? No, Moses Malone would be more 70s than 80s, but he's still proficient in the 80s. Moses. No, I think I'll still go Isaiah. Oh, no, wait. But no, Kareem would definitely be on the 70s Mount Rushmore. But he's also there in the 80s as well. I can't deny him in the 80s either. I can't deny Kareem in the 80s either, because Kareem was still a fucking dog in the 80s as well. Boy, I'll go Isaiah. Jordan, Isaiah, Bird, and Magic. 90s, it would be Jordan, Shaq, Malone, Karl Malone, and I want to see if I want to put anybody over Charles Barkley, but Hakeem, Jordan, Shaq, Malone, Hakeem just beat out Barkley. The 2000s, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Tim Duncan. 2010s, LeBron, KD, Steph. Oh, Wemby just got damn, they ended up calling a foul. 2010s, Steph, Braun, KD, Who else want to put there for the 2010s? LeBron, Steph, KD. You say no Iverson, but who would you take off? Who would you take off? The 2010s. I wanted to put one more person. The entire decade. You have your Westbrooks, but then Wade is still very much accomplished in that decade too. No, Kawhi's availability is going to be a fucking problem. He did have very high points, but I wouldn't put him on there for the entire thing. Take Malone out? Oh, no. For the 90s? Can't do that. Giannis? No, I don't think I'd have Giannis. Would I have Giannis over Wade in the 2010s decade? Well, Wade started to have them issues around like 2014. Jokic is definitely... First off, 2020s is Jokic, Giannis... Jokic, Giannis. Oh, good rebound there. Jokic, Giannis. We're still in the midst of it. Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and shit. You probably go Jason Tatum. You have a number of different people who you could put in there. SGA has his argument. I'd probably have SGA jump in front of Tatum right now, to be quite honest with you. So we're still in the middle of it right now for the 2010s. We got 3 locks, and you just got to figure out who you want to put over there. But Luka, Giannis, Jokic, they all got to be there. And then at that point, you just kind of figure out who you want to throw in. And you still have some other people from the other guard, like Curry's still been absolutely dogging. KD's still been playing at a very high level as well. Good layup by Fox. There you go, 10-point lead again. Kyrie wouldn't be there in the 10th. Truly, you can make an argument for Harden. But Harden's such a perpetual loser, I don't think I'd mess around and put him over there. Chris Paul's body fucking expired way too much, so I can't have him in there. Oh, Chet Holmgren hits the deck, and they're not going to call a foul. They're going the other way, and that man's begging for a call. That man's, but no, not Brunson yet. Not Brunson yet. Not Brunson yet. But for 2010, oh, that man didn't even get touched. He's over here fucking flopping. He flopping like a motherfucker. Fine his ass. Would I put somebody there 2010 if I need one more person? I feel like I'm overlooking somebody. 2010s. You know what? Fuck it. I'll just throw. Oh boy. 2010s. It's Westbrook or Harden. It's Westbrook or Harden. Westbrook or Harden. No, not Dirk, because Dirk started to fall off middle of the. Dirk and Wade both started to fall off middle of the decade. Decade wasn't weak. It was just ran by. It's like the 80s. The 80s was ran by 3 teams, right? In the 2010s, it was the LeBron Invitational in the East, the 4 years with Miami, the 4 years with the Cavs, and then you came off the Lakers' domination. You had a couple of seasons with the Spurs. OKC was still around and very strong, and then Golden State dominated the other back half. LeBron Invitational in the East, the Golden State Invitational in the West. It wasn't a weak decade. It was just ran by 2 individuals who ran teams. So that's, No, I wouldn't have Lillard over Westbrook or Harden in the 2010s. I'll probably end up giving it to Harden. I ain't gonna hold you. Thunder had a good run in the early 2010s. They were certainly competitive, but remember, Dallas made it through after the Lakers, fell off from their run of 3 straight finals. Dallas got through. Oklahoma City also got through the next year, and then it was Spurs, Warriors 5 years in a row. So the 2010s, it literally, you had your one team, then you had the back-to-back Spurs, and then couple of teams at the beginning of the decade, but for the most part, it was all the way on the far west. They ran it. All right. Yeah, but to answer your question, that would be the group. That would be the group. TJ Warren 2020 bubble is underrated. Nah, he had that 53-point game. He had a couple of other great performances, and then, what has he done since? Nothing. Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, AI. So you would have AI over Tim Duncan in the 2000s? You would have AI over Tim Duncan in the 2000s? 2 finals MVPs, back-to-back league MVPs, 3 NBA championships, 4 finals appearances. I don't know. Well, 3 finals appearances, sorry. I can't do that. I can't put AI over Tim Duncan in the 2000s. I can't do that in the 2000s. Shaq, Kobe, Bron, Timmy. That's your 2000s decade. All right, here we go. 10-point lead. We're approaching the 7:20 mark here in the third quarter. Ooh, and one! Castle gets it to fall, and one. 12-point lead. 12-point lead. Oh, let's go. They got my boys. Let's fucking go. Can never say I don't put my boys on. Let's go. Hey, tomorrow's going to be a great show. Tomorrow's going to be a great show on Sirius XM, son. Hey, tomorrow's going to be a great show on Sirius XM. I'm looking forward to this. SGA with the jumper. Can't get that one to fall. Long rebound there from Harper. 13-point lead. Here comes Vassell. Kick back over to Harper. Harper trying to find somebody. Perimeter jumper. Got it. It's good. 15-point lead in the third. Here comes San Antonio. Tricky Trade Patua said Kawhi slightly over Harden due to more success. More success, but then you got to take into account impact. Kawhi, 2014, he did put in a good performance in the finals, but that entire year is still somewhat of an unknown. The back half of the decade, 2015 on, he truly became, a star, And I'm not going to devalue his 2014 performance, especially in that finals. He did do a good job in the finals, and it was a decent season for him. But you still had some years he's there, some years he's not. He really, in the decade, only had, 4 some years? Truly, 4 some years. And in 2017, the man never got hurt. 2018, it was pretty much a wash. 2019, you go and you lead your team to a championship. But at best, you got 4 years of Kawhi. So I can't, give him that over Harden, who the entire decade, I believe, led the league in scoring. Well, maybe KD missed the season. Then Harden got to Houston in 2013 and started fucking dogging from there. So I can't put him over Harden for that decade. What about Paul George? No, Paul George wouldn't even be in that conversation. Paul George, very, very good, very good. He's not on that level for the entirety of the decade. Can't do that. Hakeem, Jordan, AI, Barkley, and Petrovic in the 90s for you, says Matt. Petrovic died in 94? So that's kind of tough. AI over, now don't get me wrong, Karl Malone, he gonna be burning up in the afterlife. when the time comes. And despite the fact that he's a terrible human being, that's not going to take away from his dominance in the 90s from a scoring perspective. I can't take that away from that dude. Two-time MVP in the decade. I can't take that away from son. Mad Drummer said Ray Allen, Garnett, Billups, Melo, Stoudemire in the 2000s for you. On your Mount Rushmore? Very good players, but your Mount Rushmore? What about the Admiral for the 90s? That's shit. David Robinson was balling in the 90s as well. That's where the 90s is a little bit difficult. But would I put David Robinson over, Karl Malone for the decade of the 90s? I don't think I can do that. Houston legend Chuck Hayes. All right, here we go. 15-point lead still for San Antonio out in front. Here comes the MVP, SGA. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Cornette there. Too much body to body. Too much body to body. Somebody's going to have to come open here. They got J-Dub back on the floor here. Midway through the third quarter, SGA, he's getting double team, top of the key, pass over to Hartenstein. He lost the basketball. They call foul. That's some bullshit. He lost the basketball. They call foul. That's some fucking bullshit. That's some fucking bullshit. Come on, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's some fucking bullshit. That's ridiculous. There's a three. Oh, it's a brick. Long rebound. Yo, they can't score. They can't score. They literally can't score. And now they're going back to the line. Hey, they got them. They in a bad way right now. They in a bad way right now. Ooh. He almost had the and one. He almost had the and one. What Malone do? 13 reasons why. All right, Harper tries a free throw, got it to fall here. 15-point lead once again. Clyde Drexler was sneaky good in the 90s. He was also good in the 80s as well. Second best shooting guard in the league all the way through and through. Very solid, but he was better in the 80s when his time in Portland. By the time he got to Houston, he was, for all intents and purposes, falling off. Oh, wow. Hartenstein couldn't get the alley-oop to fall. And here comes San Antonio. What a spin move from Harper. Oh, if he dunked on Williams right there, that'd have been a fucking Sports Center top 10 moment right there. If he got the dunk, that would have been a Sports Center top 10 moment right there. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. San Antonio came here to play. Hartenstein missed the alley-oop. San Antonio came here to play. Prince Orion said, been meaning to ask me this question. Hank Gathers or Len Bias? Well, damn, that's some premature death. To say the least. Hank Gathers or Len Bias. Well, Len Bias got drafted and then died. If I'm not mistaken, Hank Gathers died during a college game, right? So he didn't quite make it to the league just yet. They both were absolute dogs in college. I guess I have to go Bias, but it's an unfortunate tale for the both of them. It's an unfortunate tale for the both of them. Hey, they about to get this lead to 20. Hartenstein kick over to Caruso. Caruso back over to Wallace. Wallace kick over to J-Dub. J-Dub swing over to SGA. SGA lost the basketball. Here comes Castle the other way. One more pass. He lost the ball. He lost the ball. What a fucking defensive goddamn play right there. J-Dub the other way. Kick over to SGA. SGA just 100% traveled. He 100% traveled twice. He traveled fucking twice. He traveled twice. The referee ain't call it. He traveled twice. The referee ain't call it. Reggie something? You mean Reggie Miller? Oh, wow. Stephon Castle against J-Dub. There it is. 21-point lead. Run him off the floor. 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 San Antonio making all kinds of noise. It's rocking in the stadium. Swing over to Caruso. Caruso back over to Wallace. Here comes Wallace inside. Tries a layup. Can't get it to go. Had to get his own rebound. Swing to Caruso. Tries a three. No good for the bald-headed demon. Rebound by Vassell. Here come the San Antonio Spurs, sporting a 21-point lead. Harper, one-on-one with the MVP. Step back. Jumper. Fall away. Can't get it to fall. Cornette lost the basketball. Cornette lost the basketball. They was about to blow the roof off the place if they scored right there. SGA tries a three. Brick. Rebound, Cornette. OKC's absolutely cold. OKC's absolutely cold. San Antonio's going to call a timeout with 4:01 left to go here in the third. I'm probably not going to be able to enjoy my wine event on Saturday. I am not going to be able to enjoy my wine event on Saturday. These motherfuckers said we're going to push it for Game 7. They said Chiseled Adonis wanted to go to a wine event on Saturday. Not anymore. Not anymore. Oh, Lord. I am not going to be able to enjoy my wine fest on Saturday. Ain't that a motherfucker? They said you only get 30 minutes and you got to take your dumb ass home. The pain. Adam Silver needs ratings, indeed. Absolutely brutal. Like right now, I'd be, wow, oh, Jesus. What's that, 40 minutes away? Oof. Yeah, 110% on a Saturday. I am not going to have that luxury. It is not going to be that clear for me to make it to the crib. Yep, 51 minutes. Ain't no way. I'd probably have to stream Game 7 from my parents' house. How far would that be from my parents' house? If I could give myself an hour and a half, 36 minutes. Motherfucker. I spent my bread, so I'm gonna get myself my money's worth. But these douchebags. Gaming in the building said you watched a video of a dog predicting this series before it started, and so far the dog has been 100% right. Oh my. Fox over to Champagne. Champagne inside. Lays. 15-0 run in the last 4 minutes. Oh, shout out to Filet. Hey, they gave son a shout out over there. Mr. Singing on that on the highlight. There's another steal. Here comes Fox going the other way. Fox inside. He's gonna kick it over to Johnson. Johnson's gonna get it right back to Fox. Over to Champagne. Tries a three. It's a brick. Rebound. Holmgren. And I think SGA's been taken out of this game. Look at the defense from San Antonio. Look at the defense from San Antonio. They are swarming. Wide open three here for Williams. It's a break. Well, I should say Mitchell, sorry. Captain Espanol Patuan said, going to be live on Sunday too? Yes, I will be live on Sunday. I will be live on Sunday.
Gotcha, bitch.
I_am_B3 asked
layup, no
102
good.
is now following.
Rebound. You know what? Yeah, I might have to do Game 7 from my parents' house. I might have to do Game 7 from my parents' house. At least I can get my money's worth. Oh wow, he lost the basketball. There's a foul, and they called the foul on Wallace. I can't hold you, bro. I can't hold you. He lost the basketball, and then he kept like rushing him. So what the hell you want him to do in that situation? Here's the worst you've seen OKC. So yeah, I agree. Terrible. Wildcat in the building. What's going on? Will I stream the next AEW pay-per-view? Potentially. Potentially. SGA ain't smiling no more. The Canadian two-time MVP ain't smiling no more. Fat Sean in the building. What's good? 10 points the entire quarter. Is this the Cavs? Yeah, that's what they look like right now. They not scoring anything. They not scoring anything right now. Wembanyama over to Johnson. Johnson, beautiful spin move. Tries off the, can't get it to go. Foul on the floor. Foul on the floor. They've been outscored 28-11. In fact, the last time that OKC scored a basket, they were down by 8. They cut the deficit down to 8. That was with 8:24 left on the clock in the third. They haven't scored in 6 minutes and 20 plus seconds. Add that to real time, it's been about 18 minutes to 20 minutes since we last saw OKC score. They ain't scoring 20 minutes. They ain't scoring 20 minutes. They ain't scoring 20 minutes. Them boys is in a bad way right now. They in a bad way right now. Matter of fact, I'll scroll all the way back. Let me see here. When was the last time that they scored? Last time they scored 19 minutes ago. 21 minutes ago. Last time they scored 21 minutes ago. 21 minutes. 21 minutes flat was the last time that they scored. 21 minutes flat in real time was the last time that they scored. Johnson tries a 3, can't get it to go. Rebound Mitchell. Back the other way comes OKC. They're unfortunately down by 26 points for their sake, I should say. SGA can't get it to fall. Yo, nobody can get a bucket. Timothy Miller in the building. Long time. Put 20 on it. Said it's been a minute. Been a while. How you been, bro? I'm hoping these flopping ass Thunder get eliminated for real. They're too talented for such shenanigans. You're certainly not wrong. Always throwing a body all over the place. They were 6 of 33 in game 4, 6 of 25 in tonight. This is a 3-point shooting the last 2 games in San Antonio. Absolutely struggling. Game 4, they played like ass. Game 6, they played like ass. Yeah, they're getting suffocated right now. They're having a terrible time. They're having a terrible time. They haven't scored in 22 minutes. Now 22 minutes and counting. This is so bad. They're playing so bad. They're playing so bad. .20 run on the reigning champions. Kick over to the corner. Here comes Chet Holmgren. What do you got? Yo, bro, you got to get that ball up, bro. ISO Joe. This man is just running in circles here. Pass inside, Holmgren. Finally, you got yourself a bucket. Finally, you got yourself a bucket. That was god-awful. That was god-awful. By the way, quick question for the well, I shouldn't say quick question. I was thinking about, y'all know Booker T has Fletty Blassie's ring, I believe it was. Booker T. Is it Freddie Blassie's ring? I'm thinking about getting a custom chiseled Adonis ring for myself. Oh no, I don't think it's Freddie Brassey. I think it's just Texas wrestling. Yeah, I think it's just Texas wrestling. Paul Bosch. Sorry, it's Paul Bosch. That's whose ring it is. Paul Bosch. But Booker T has that ring, right? Let me see if I can get the photo. Chet just got blocked by Wembanyama. Joe throws it up, but there's not going to be anything that's there for him. And that's the end of the quarter. Fucking 92-66, bro. They about to run him off the fucking court. They about to run him off the court. But this is let me show y'all here, right? So this is Booker. Yeah, you should be able to hear me now, son of a bitch. But so with you see Booker T's ring here, custom ring. He paid a shit ton of money to go get this ring, right? I'll switch this back. Hold on, wait a minute. I'll switch this back. Yeah, so the son of a bitch, why is this on? Okay, we'll switch back over here. Make sure y'all can hear me. Okay, but yeah, so Booker T has that custom ring, right? I was thinking about getting one, like a Chiseled Adonis logo ring for myself. Thinking about getting a Chiseled Adonis logo ring for myself. That'd be pretty cool. You just have like one right there. Have myself yeah. I started echoing because it kept turning on. The playback kept turning on. So once I get myself, I replenish my funds after going AWOL and escaping the IRS. I'm gonna get a custom Chiseled Adonis, like the championship ring. I'll have the Chiseled Adonis like championship ring. What's that score? Domination. Domination. Because the Thunder are playing like. I want to see who's going to say it first. But they getting cooked. 12 minutes remain between now and Game 7. What Kevin Gates say? Shit. Where the clip at? I had it and then I lost it. I had it and then I lost it. Where did it go? You know, I really got to organize all these clips. If I put everything in fucking alphabetical order, this would be so much easier to find everything.
Just Aaron is now following.
I had it and then I lost it. Pain. Well, Michael Irvin at least said,
we put BTA all day. Belt to ass all day.
happy birthday, 05. Put 30 on it. It's a completely random question for you. Do you intentionally keep your dating life private? Also, would I ever legally get married without a prenup? Thanks for what you do, bro. Kind of yes and yes. I don't think I would ever bring anything public unless I can't fully control everything to the degree of how it would be received. But I just have no desire to put anything that's out there outside of, I think the way I would end up doing it is when the time would come to go public, although I feel no pressure to do so. If I were to ever have a situation where I'd mess around and go public, if I had a relationship, I would probably position it from a scenario of where it appears as if I'm just starting the relationship, but I would have already had been in it for an incredibly long period of time. Like I could be a whole decade married and shit, but here I am making it seem as, yo, we're going on a first date where you would have no idea. We are already in the thick of things, right? So that's probably how I would have it. Now, as for getting married without a prenup, there's no scenario where there wouldn't be a prenup, because you already have a prenup. The government writes a prenup for you. The state writes a prenup for you. You just have a choice to write your own. There's no scenario where you wouldn't mess around and not have a prenup. So yeah, I'd have a prenup. You got to have that, because it's protection for not only yourself but your potential spouse as well. Because who you marry isn't who you divorce. Not to say that the goal is to divorce. The goal is never to divorce. I come from a family where 94% of everybody in my family, my elders, they were all married. I grew up around nothing but married people. I didn't know what a single parent was until I was 11. So, like, literally, that's what I'm accustomed to. So all that being said, yeah, there would definitely have to be a prenup to protect my assets and then also hers as well. Because my goal has always been to get to 35 and have the option to retire. There'll come a point in which I'm probably making less than my spouse. There wouldn't be a situation where, you know, if you're not working, depending on what you got going on, because I'm not going to stop you from doing your passion. If you want to go to, go and work, you go and work. But what happens if you making more bread than I do? All of a sudden, hey, yeah, I want to go get divorced. Okay, cool. You make more bread than I do. Now I'm taking half of your shit. So, let's protect our assets and then move forward from there. So there is that.
Gotcha, bitch.
That
Why
guy
challenge that, man? I wish I knew.
373821 is now following.
TVT said, you don't know the way the divorce rates in America, man. You better have an ironclad ass contract or be crash out Adonis. I mean, crash out Adonis exists, but the the idea is you don't get an American lady. But also you have to be somebody who properly vets who you're with. I think primarily one of the biggest issues why relationships fail so much in today's day and age is truly folks are playing around with one of the most important, decisions that you'll ever have in your adulthood. Who you decide to have children with, who you decide to go and make your spouse. And truly, that should be one and the same. People just be, playing around. Oh, I met this person. I know this person for 3 weeks. Hey, man, let's go and we'll make it official. Let's go out on a first date. Let's ask no actual questions about each other. Let's just go off the vibe. Oh, my God. This person was a tyrant. I had no idea. Is there a possibility somebody can mess around and transmogrify into somebody else overnight? It is possible. Probable? There's always signs. But when you're feeling somebody, I can't see the red flags. I'm going to ignore everything. And then now look at you. Hurt. Got to call Lowell the Hammer Stanley. Folks playing around, man. Folks be playing around. I ain't that dude. And I'll tell you this much. I grinded my whole life to get to this point. I'll be damn. I'll let a motherfucker take that son bitch. Ain't no way. Not me. Nathan said, it wasn't just Cleveland that the Knicks blew out of the water, but the Sixers as well. As Big E said, I went to work on that boy's behind, opened up his cheeks. I'm doing construction here. First off, big pause. But secondly, yeah, that's exactly what Big E had to say.
But I went to work on that boy's behind.
You did what?
I opened up his cheeks and I said, I'm doing construction here. I'm doing construction here. This is a construction site. And I took the yellow tape and I taped it around the boy's behind. And I said, I'm doing work here. This is where we got to renovate the boy's behind.
Big pause. Under 11 minutes left to go in this game. The Spurs lead by 24. Free throw from McCain. It's good. 23-point deficit. 23-point deficit. The slept-on stoner said, you have a question. You've been with this girl on and off for 7 years since freshman year, on and off. You just turned 21. How long is too long to think about marriage? You're 21 years old. There's no need for a rush, especially if you guys are serious about each other. Here's the thing. You should operate the relationship as if you're already married, despite you not. Oh, my God. Johnson with a terrible terrible fucking air ball. Because I'll tell you something right now, you're entering into your adulthood. You're 3 years in, but you're really only 1 year in my opinion. I should say a few months in because you're 21 at that. There's a number of different things that's going to transpire. For one, you could probably in college. If you're not in college, maybe you're in a different sort of trade school, or you're something trying to go get a certification, or you're just working odd jobs, right? You're in a different season. You're trying to build towards something. You guys got to try to go build something together. You got to see how people react to a number of different things. How do they celebrate wins? How do you endure losses? How do you deal, with big time alley-oop right there, the Victor Wembanyama? How do you deal with adversity? How do you overcome adversity? What kind of fears do you mess around and have? Because you got to remember, I know divorce is, it exists and shit, but them vows mean something. When you motherfucking say till death do you part, that's supposed to mean something. Barring, abuse and to a degree, infidelity, all the other stuff, y'all made a vow to stick together, and then all of a sudden, let's just break it up. That's always been something that's a little weird to me. I don't know. That shit's supposed to mean something. Nathan for 5 more said, in all seriousness, though, the best OKC can do at this point is 4-7. Well, OKC doesn't have to 4-7. They just gotta. It's either they win or they go to 7. There's nothing they can do to force. Things not looking good. Keep it up. Angela Patuan said, with rose-colored glasses, red flags look normal. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because think about it. Ain't it quite coincidental every time that, well, no, maybe not every time, but most times when folks mess around, they have a breakup, all of a sudden you got friends, relatives, people. I always knew that person was bad news. I kept trying to tell you. Somebody don't listen. Like, somebody will peep red flags before you do. And for whatever reason, you don't have the conversation. And communications are another big issue that folks mess around and have. Harrison Barnes, burying threes, 26-point lead. You got a beef with your partner. How about y'all have a conversation about it? I want to avoid confrontation. So let me get this straight. Let's just say y'all mess around and y'all go, get your nuptials. You're never going to discuss when you have differences? What kind of fairy tale land you think you live in, son? You just wake up the next morning, everything's sunshine and rainbow. No, the fuck it's not. You gotta be comfortable with the uncomfortableness of those uncomfortable conversations. People play games, man. Every time I be seeing these conversations on whether it's different sort of relationship podcasts, like both sides of the spectrum got their fucking issues. But nobody want to be real about shit. Oh, Cornette with an alley-oop. Hey, pack them boys up, bro. Pack them boys up. We got Ebony and Ivory. Alley-oops. It's a 28-point lead. Push it to 30. Push it to 30. Damn, they about to fuck up my goddamn. They fucking up my Saturday. There's the 3 for OKC. Nathan Batuan said, I'm sorry, you meant San Antonio? Okay. Farad said that's what made you stop bringing your girls bring your girl around family, because you don't know what kind of face they're putting on around them. You prefer realness. But then that's also important as well, because remember, if at the point that y'all mess around and become a union, your family becomes her family becomes your family. You got to see how the interaction between your family and her, what her family feels about you. Not that y'all got to be close, because you don't, but that you want to see what the reaction to that kind of stuff is as well. Sometimes you got to put your people in an unfortunate, or I shouldn't say unfortunate situation, but uncomfortable situation from time to time, just to see what the response look like, because you also want to make sure you ain't got no vindictive individual who you happen to be laying yourself next to as well. Just like your fam could react certain ways, but sometimes you got to be able to find out, oh, wait a minute, yo, my fam is acting kind of crazy towards my folk, or towards my girl. Yo, I might have to go check, my fam behind some shit. Williams with a layup gets that one to fall. So there's a lot of different times. Sometimes you got to do field research. Gotcha, bitch. And best believe there's going to be times in which you do field research. And you don't even know. Just don't do nothing crazy, just don't do nothing stupid. But you gotta think. This is somebody, if you say, oh, I want to spend my life with you. Life is long, but it's also short. Life is long, but it's also short. And 25-point lead. Bro, San Antonio, unless San Antonio falls off a cliff like Cleveland did, they should run away with this game. But hey, San Antonio, Castle's going to the line. He's fixing to go shoot a free throw to give him a 26-point lead. There's no way you can blow this game, right?
Congratulations!
Nathan Batum says Spurs right now giving OKC the 1A. Indeed, they are. Them getting beat up like
1A! 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 1A!
Jeff Nation in the building said, you've been dating this girl to have the same disability as you? Or you mean that has the same disability as you for the last 10 years? You're not married yet, but we're doing our thing. Hey, you're doing your thing. That's what it's about. But I'll tell you this much. If she desires to be married, y'all gonna have a discussion. I ain't saying that you got to do it if you don't want to do it. But if somebody desires to be there, you don't desire to be there, then I have to have a discussion. Because you don't want to just hang somebody around and knowing that this is something that they want to do. Now, albeit, it should be, viewed as a milestone. It is an achievement to a degree, but it can't be a situation where it's on some, I only want the wedding and not the actual marriage. Because there's a whole lot of people who has no desire to actually be married. They just want the wedding. But that's a conversation for another day. Happy birthday. Put 10 on it. Said, I would love to hear more about your dating experience. You're 31, single, no kids, make over 100K. It's tough out here. They play so many games. You're at the JUCO for now. I'll tell you this much. It's easy to vet. It's pretty easy to vet because you don't got to do nothing crazy extravagant. Conversation goes a very long way. Literally, you can talk with somebody on the phone without even having to go out on the dates. You could text left and right without having to go out on the dates. It can be very minimal. I know social media makes it say, we're going on coffee dates. Bro, the date is the camaraderie between the two. It's not the fucking experience. And those things is very, inexpensive as well. If they're constantly on something, we got to go out to go and eat in order. Bro, you hungry? Do you need some money? At that point, I might as well just give you the bread, and then you give me what I want, and you get what you want, you get some money out of it. If that's what the hell you got going on, might as well just list you on Backpage if that's what the fuck you got going on. But you have leverage. Don't forget that. You have leverage. Don't forget that. Walk in the park goes a very long way. I can't tell you how many dates I've gone on as we fucking walk in the park. ISO Joe tries a 3, gets that one to fall. They cut their deficit down to 24, but they got to get a stop. Here comes that bald McLaughlin at the top of the key. He kicks it over to Brian. Brian over to Cornette. Cornette to Johnson. Johnson top of the key. They got nothing but bench players that's in there. Johnson gets the floater to fall, and it's back up to a 26-point lead here for San Antonio. Suchi Media put 2 on, said it's Wimby's league. Spurs in 7.
Gotcha, bitch.
They balling right now.
Brutality
They balling right now.
66
Will I
is
be
now
live for
following.
SmackDown in Barcelona tomorrow at 2 p.m.? Unfortunately, I won't be live for SmackDown because I'll be live on Busted Open Radio on Sirius XM, Jonathan Coachman's show. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be an amazing evening. So for those of you who have a subscription to Sirius XM Radio, please come by, tune in. I will be live on Jonathan Coachman's show, Off the Ropes. It's going to be a great time. I think I might be filling in for Coach. I'm not sure if Coach will be there, but I think I'll be filling in for Coach. So I'll be live on Sirius XM, Bustin' Open Radio. So that's going to be a great time. Looking forward to it. Oh, damn. OKC subbed in. They subbed in the Scrubs. That's it. We're going to 7, ladies and gentlemen. OKC subbed in the Scrubs. You got this dude with the like Mike braids. Ain't no way. Black Sulfur said, yo, Chiseled, coming in from your IG and YouTube Reels. Shit's downright hilarious. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. I was very, very, very concerned at the beginning of last year when I took a 4.5-month hiatus from posting short form up on IG, just trying to figure out, man, what can I do to be able to go and garner eyes? And I was very apprehensive to reaction content because I felt like it was a lot of low effort unless you were able to make your personality shine. And I said, yo, wait a minute. I can make my personality shine. Fuck it. Let's go for it. And here we are exactly a year and 2 months later since returning back to the short form, and we're absolutely killing it. We're up 640 some thousand subscribers. 630,000 followers on IG. Unfortunately, the Facebook page got unpublished. Instagram, or I should say TikTok, We are on the verge of getting to 200,000 over on TikTok. Who would have thought? And mind you, I still got an account warning. They're absolutely hoeing me here because literally, this is from 2024. How the fuck do I still have a strike warning, whatever the case is, from 2024? They're doing the same shit YouTube did to me in 2020. I had 2 warnings on my channel for 2.5 years. Warnings are literally supposed to leave after 3 months. This shit stayed on my YouTube channel for 2.5 years. I got a warning for 2 years on a death sentence video on TikTok. That sumbitch is still there. 2024. That shit's still there. Oh, I appealed for it. They denied me. And I still got more denials that they got over there. And they constantly, they took me out the monetization program. I ain't even getting paid over there. But it's all fucking, you know, shit, I ain't getting paid on Instagram either. Barely on YouTube at that. I'm struggling. But nonetheless, visibility is everything. Farad said, you wouldn't mind seeing me announce a Raw or SmackDown? Should that be all right? That'd be all right. But that's neither here nor there. All right. This game is coming down to the end. Hopefully we don't see no fouls that are called. But essentially, this game is done before 11 p.m. This game is going to be done before 11 p.m. They absolutely shut down the Thunder. The Thunder didn't stand a chance. The entire evening, they were getting swarmed from the second quarter on. And in the third quarter, San Antonio pulled all the way away. SGA, 15 points. Not a single member of the Thunder will finish over 20 points. Wembanyama with 28 and 10. Magnificent performance there. This is probably going to be the final commercial break in this game. We're going to 7 on Saturday. We're going to 7 on Saturday. I got to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do for Saturday. I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to do for Saturday, man. I'm going to have to set everything up to be able to go stream at my parents' house. I'm going to have to set everything up to be able to go stream at my parents' house in Brooklyn. Well, further out in Brooklyn than where I'm at. Release the Black Penguin. You mean the Penguinator? Tower said, let's get these Western Conference tired. Yeah, they about to beat them up. You got Spurs in 7? Yeah, 7. It's gonna be a hell of a it's gonna be a hell of a finish. It's gonna be a hell of a finish. I still got to finish Sonic Adventure Battle 2 and Sonic Heroes. You're right. I think you finished your Sonic Heroes, right? Last I saw, you were playing Bulletproof. Farad said all you need is Game 7 to go into 4 overtimes. Yeah, they going to 7. They going to 7. If I had to rank the top 5 NBA finals of all time, the top 5 NBA finals of all time. Top 5 NBA finals of all time. 2016 was a classic. 2016, 2013 were 2 classics. Well, primarily 2013 more than 2016 primarily on the back half was cool. But then you had a few blowouts that was in that damn series, and then of course the comeback. But 2016, 2013, 80 was it 85 or 80? Ooh, no, was it 85 or 82? I forget which one went to 7. I want to say 85, the 85 finals with the Celtics and the the Lakers. I forget which one. I forget which one. Escapes me. 95? No, yeah, 95 with the no, not 95. 94 with the Knicks and the Knicks and the Rockets. That was also very solid as well. No, 2019 with the Raptors, no. 2019 with the Raptors, no. That final series was very, very unfortunate. No, individual games doesn't make for the magnificent finals like that. Shit, 05 with Detroit and San Antonio, that was great as well. There's the layup. Linnet getting buckets. Shit. Sierra heading out. All right. Hop on the game. All righty. Nathan Batuan said, by the way, A-Rod shaved his head. You're not kidding. What do you mean shaved his head? He bald? And 1 for Kelly Olynyk. And 1 for Kelly Olynyk. Ah, yes, 2010, Lakers Celtics. Yes, indeed. All right, there's a swing over to Mitchell. Tries a 3. That's a brick. Yeah, let's just go ahead. Nathan Batuan said, go on Google, type in Aaron Rodgers. You'll see. Yeah, they might as well just go ahead and wrap this entire game up. They might as well just go ahead and wrap this entire game up. We're in the Olynyk minutes. That's a fact. It's like you're watching Miami all over again in the Olynyk minutes. Final 2:30. What are they cheering? Oh, they're saying, hey, 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 hey. Hell of a job by San Antonio, able to go in 4-7 here. Hell of a job. Way to force a 7 here. What a performance. This is what sports is all about. You went to the Sonic Symphony World Tour, legit outsung Tyler Smith and Quinn when they were on stage. It was lit. Nice. What a series. This has been a spectacular series. Couple of games went down to the wire. Few blowouts in the series as well. Two minutes. It seems like they're really battling my theory of this game being done before 11 because they're delaying the inevitable. They're delaying the inevitable. There's a 3 that connects. They're trying to not make themselves lose by Down by 25, but this game's all but finished. Three-pointer. They're going to try another three. No good. Rebound. Back the other way they go. Even the Angels are trying to help them. Well, yeah, I said your birthday's on the 3rd. If I don't tell you happy birthday, you'll be waking. You'll be waking me up in sleep paralysis singing your favorite song. How the hell you going to wake me up in sleep paralysis? What kind of voodoo you put? They got voodoo in Memphis? What voodoo did you unlock? That's fucked up. Sleep paralysis? What did I do? What did we do? Spurs fans are confident they're chanting Spurs in 7. I mean, shit, you might as well. It could potentially be the last game of the season. Final minute. There's Olenek. Kick over to the middle. Bismack Biyombo with a floater. That's a break. Bro, Bismack Biyombo just put up the damn ball like he just learned how to play basketball yesterday. What kind of floater was that? What kind of floater was that? Final 30 seconds. They might as well just hold here. How did Lou Dort end up back on the court? OKC never led in this game. OKC never led in this game. San Antonio, absolute dominant performance here. Absolutely cooked. And they're going to take Game 6, force Game 7, and everything will be on the line this Saturday, live from Oklahoma City. San Antonio wins by 27 points. What a performance. What a performance. Held it down, shut them out, and there will be a Game 7 this Saturday with all the marbles on the line. As the Spurs told the Thunder to take out their favorite forms of payment and getting aboard the L train.
You lose.
Failure.
Fresh hot ales, 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 fresh hot ales.
Fresh hot ale. Somebody tell them to go get their lemons.
It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose. It's over. You lose.
It's over. You lose. Spurs win by how many points?
27.
27.
27.
27.
27
27.
Ben that the Spurs 4-7 and take down the Oklahoma City Thunder. They had them boys getting fucked up like me when I was working.
Yo! What the fuck, son? Yo! I'm just trying to work, son. Can I go? Yo, what is this? Boy, extreme bitch. Ah, shit. Shut up.
Never gets old. Never gets old. Oh, good times, huh? Good times. Good times. Nonetheless, yeah, I'll run through Hurricane Sandy. Nah, it was a random monsoon downpour in 2016. Very odd times, but that's neither here nor there. one way or another. I appreciate y'all always. Who's Earth in the building? First time chat. I appreciate you. We are live again. Saturday evening, Game 7, Clash in Italy on Sunday. But tomorrow, we are live on Sirius XM Radio, 2 to 4. Jonathan Coachman Show, Off the Ropes, Bustin' Open Network. Make sure to tune in. It is a call-in show as well. My second time on Sirius XM, part of the Bustin' Open Network. I was on last week with Dave LaGreca and Nick Namath. Tomorrow, it's going to be an even better time. So make sure that you guys who happen to have Sirius XM, y'all go and tune in. I have an opportunity here of a lifetime to potentially make this a recurring appearance. So I look forward to the opportunity. I appreciate your support as always. And as we close every single stream, Eddie, take us out.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.